Welcome to the Greater Augusta Utility District Trustees Meeting. Today is Monday, April 27, 2026. The following slides introduce the board and senior managers. The 9-person Board of Trustees includes Ken Knight, Bob Corey, Bradley Sawyer, Cecil Munson, Patrick Parody, Keith Luke, Keith Taylor, Kara Tudman Walker, and Tim Dennett. Trustees are appointed by the councils of Hallowell and Augusta to represent the interests of ratepayers. Our management team includes Brian Tarbuck, General Manager, Andy Began, Assistant General Manager, and Mike Payne, Finance Director. The following video lays out the process used to set water, sewer, and stormwater rates. This culminates in the public hearing portion of tonight's meeting. The proposed rate increase is 5% across all 3 divisions. Drinking water and fire protection are regulated by the Maine Public Utilities Commission, which has additional steps and hearing requirements prior to implementing a rate adjustment. Wastewater and stormwater are not PUC regulated, but for transparency and consistency, we follow the PUC process for each of the 3 divisions. A typical residential customer has a 5/8-inch water meter and uses about 500 cubic feet of water, about 3,700 gallons, per month. In this case, the total monthly increase for water, wastewater, and stormwater is projected to be $5.23, raising the total monthly cost from $104.54 to $109.77. The following slides outline the reasons for the proposed rate increases across the 3 divisions. For drinking water and fire protection, the proposed rate increase is to replace aging infrastructure, improve computer systems, increase operational resiliency by adding critical personnel, and address rising costs of supplies and energy. The wastewater increase is driven by increased sludge disposal costs, replacement of old pump stations and aging wastewater plant equipment, addressing rising power and supply costs, replacing and relining failing pipes, and increasing operational resiliency. The stormwater rate increase is needed for pipe improvements, minimizing sewage discharge into the Kennebec River during extreme weather, and eliminating stormwater from combined sewers to reduce pollutants in wet weather events. For the public hearing, Board Chair Ken Knight will recognize people to address the board. Speakers will have 3 minutes to make their comments, with the potential for additional time if appropriate. This meeting is recorded and aired live on Google Meet. A recording of the meeting will be added to our website.
Drinking water customers have the right to petition the Maine Public Utilities Commission. The drinking water rate change may be investigated by the Commission. Petitions must include signatures, printed names, and addresses. We will provide petition forms upon request. Remember, the Commission does not regulate sewer or stormwater. This AI-generated timeline outlines the 2026 rate implementation roadmap. It includes phases for public notification, adjudication, and activation, with the earliest possible implementation date of June 6th. The first phase began with a board meeting in February, which started the rate-setting process. In late March, customers were informed of our plans to increase rates. In early April, notice was provided to ensure customers were aware of the upcoming rate hearing you're attending this evening. The board will consider the comments of the hearing and any feedback from the Commission or Public Advocate's Office and review this at their next meeting on May 25th. At that meeting, they may vote to authorize the changes in the rates. If that happens, the rate changes will go into effect on or about June 6th, 2026. Our drinking water rate case number at the Maine Public Utilities Commission is 2026-00074. Tonight's public hearing is required by Chapter 6104. This hearing provides an opportunity for customers and the public advocate to testify and question utility officials regarding the proposed drinking water rate change.
Public notice requirements include detailing the rate change for each customer class, the customer's right to information and an open hearing, the right to further hearings before the PUC, and availability of assistance from the public advocate. Customers also have the right to petition the Commission to investigate proposed changes. Petition forms are available upon request. Petition forms require signatures, printed names, and addresses of the signers to ensure validity. The Commission has the authority to investigate rate changes. If 873 customers, which is 15% of the total 5,819 customers, file petitions within 30 days of the public hearing, the rate change may be suspended and investigated according to Section 310. Notice of this public rate hearing was provided at least 14 days ago, detailing the date, time, place, and purpose of the hearing. This was done through our website, social media, direct mail letters, and bill inserts. Supporting materials for the rate change were provided to the Commission and the Public Advocate at least 30 days before the hearing. These materials have also been available to customers at the utility office for 30 days. Additional information will be provided promptly upon request.
We will file the drinking water rates with the Commission no sooner than 10 days, May 7, 2026, and no later than 30 days, May 27, 2026, from today's public hearing.
The Board will vote on whether to execute the rates at its May 25, 2026 Board meeting. The purpose of tonight's public hearing is to help inform the Board's decision by receiving feedback from ratepayers. If the Board approves the changes, the new rates for drinking water, sewer, and stormwater will go into effect on or about June 6, 2026. With that, we'll start the public hearing. Please keep your remarks on topic and 3 minutes long or less to allow others to comment. State your name and where you are from. Thank you for your interest and participation in this process.